すべての指輪を集めた者の願いを叶える。それが指輪の契約。お前の願いを言え。
Last night was Gozyuger's press conference, and so now we're getting into the character bios today to see what more there is in store for the show. Now, I would have put up my reaction to the trailer, but I don't know, towards the end of the video, I guess, my face froze out and then the video just cuts it short. But then again, it was a reaction to the Raw subtitle, so I don't know. I feel like, oh god, nowadays I really gotta wait until the full trailer is subbed if I want to throw up a reaction to it. But I've seen the trailer like 3 times now. Once subbed, wait no, twice subbed and one raw. And the third time I watched it was this morning with subtitles, just so I can see what's it all about. And honestly, not bad. I feel like compared to Boom Boongers, that whole trailer was a bit more revved up because obviously the car's themed. Here, it's all about, well, the rings gimmick, obviously, and just, I don't know, how do I describe the trailer? There are a lot of interesting things in it, which we definitely will get into. But for right now, we're going to get into the character bios, starting off with our Red Ranger, Gozu Wolf. The character's name is, I'm guessing, Hyoru Tono. I might have pronounced that wrong. But Gozu Wolf, played by Shino Funyo. He is a not very social person and tends to speak rudely, but he had strong strength. So obviously he's a lone wolf character. So he is impulsive and difficult to approach, but he is a good person from the heart. He is a person who likes to be alone, no family, no friends, because of his violent behavior, he was quickly fired from his job and became a homeless part-time employee that goes from part-time job to part-time job. How does that happen? I'm being dead serious. Like, how does that happen? Like, he got into one fight once, and now he's struggling? I don't... No, that's not how poverty works at all. And I would know. I can see a homeless person literally right down the street from me or at my local bus station. But, like, no, that's... And I would ask them, like, no. They would not think that poverty works like that. Let's see what else is there. He spent his life trying to not desire anything, and he had no desire that he wants to be true anymore. He has a routine where he howls when he needs encouragement, such as when transforming. This guy's a weirdo. Like, honest to God, reading this bio, this guy is a straight weirdo. I don't think he's a loner because of his attitude. I think he's just weird. And shoot, and it gets a bit more weirder since his morpher is the frickin' Infinity Gauntlet. And he needs that howl before morphing. Like, what? That like a new gem that he possesses? The Wild Stone? I don't... That's just... I'm sorry. That's all I can say about Red's character. Like, he just sounds weird. Like, and the picture I have up now, it's him being like a bit of a lone wolf, like, not goth, but just stereotypical loner. But it's just, the description just has him out to seem weird. Like, ugh. Anywho, next character. Our first female Black Ranger, Goou Unicorn, whose character name is Sumino Ichikawa, played by Maya Amamori, to which, by the way, I learned this morning, that she will be our first half Filipina, half Japanese actress. Interesting. And so, Goou Unicorn, she is a cool person, but she uses charm as a weapon when necessary. She originally dreamed of becoming a police officer and attended the police academy, But after some events, she was shunned by her coworkers and became an outsider in society. Today, she is known as high class detective. When she's not working as a detective, she went to work part time. Not gonna lie, I am getting Dawn Brothers vibes from this show because I just outcast at work and all. Just I don't how I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's like it seems like for once we're going to get teenagers with attitudes for Rangers. Like, ugh. But next, let's go to Green. Goou Eagle character Kijiro Takahara, played by Hitoshi Matsumoto. He's a high school student who likes to party. He is more agile than anyone else. He is encouraged from his family, but wait, no, I misread that. He is estranged from his family, but he didn't care. Although he is actually a very serious person, he wanted to change himself, so he spends his days partying. This really sounds Don Brother-ish here. It's just everyone is just so ragtag, like misfits, like it feels like all these characters should be in high school, and he actually is. It's just, what is this? Why is this so? And this is an anniversary season, mind you. Just ooh. So next, Goou Tiano. He's the character Ryuji Bakugami, played by Seiji Kanda. He's a disciple of the Tegas Sword, their changer, and believes that serving the Tegas Sword is the greatest happiness. His wish is for his Tegas Sword to be happy. He will do anything for that. He is innocent and easygoing, but he is very strong, so there is nothing much to worry about. He grew up in a strict family, but when he learned of the existence of the Tegas Sword, he ran away from home and became an orphan because of his extraordinary beliefs. That's kind of like if you want to join a monastery, you leave all of your worldly possessions behind to go become a monk. But I'll say this, I actually do like his outfit. Like, that jacket is so dope. And his character, with how Don Brothers esque everyone else sounds, I hope he's not like Kiji Brother, because I can't stand him. To this day, I cannot stand Kiji Brother. But yeah, he's pretty strange. Like, he looks like a character looking for enlightenment, but considering what I saw in the trailer, maybe not too much so. Like, he seems to be a big fan of the Tegas Swords, or Tegas Sword, however it is, since they all have changers. But, let's read our last character now, before we get to side characters. Blue, Gozu Lion, and the character he is Rikugo Bayakaya. Bayakaya? I can't pronounce the last name. But he's played by Hideo Suzuki. He's a charming, genius idol, people pleaser, a former super idol who is kind to both men and women. Due to some incident, oh my god, he was fired from the office and became an outsider. What incident? HR, do you want to explain that? Oh god. He became an outsider. He is a planner and has some people management skills. HR, do you plan to explain this? Even though he was overconfident, but he tried to make that happen. This is, like, God, I'm fucking around with this too much, but this guy's kind of reminding me of one of the new rookies that are in season 7 now of The Rookie, the one from Texas. He's just a bit of an overconfident hotshot, and it constantly, backfires on him. That's what this guy is seeming like. Just cocky, overconfident, and needs to know how to chill the hell out. Like, ooh. I'm being so honest right now. This cast seems very Dawn Brothers like, and I don't know how to feel about that. I'm laughing at the descriptions right now because they are funny, but remembering Dawn Brothers, I did not find that show to be very funny, and I found the Rangers to be the worst Sentai ever. Just the worst. But now, let's get on to our side characters. There's also a character bio for our villain group, I believe called Brighton. But I kind of want to skip them because from how I'm seeing this right now, just reading it all, it seems a bit like I wouldn't know where to start, and I just wouldn't be reading a bunch of, well, random sentences and all. Tegas Sword, the Mech, is voiced by Yuki Kaji, who apparently is the voice of Eren Yeager from Attack on Titan. Oh shit. Just the first thing I read was Eren Yeager, and immediately was like, oh, this guy's from Attack on Titan. Tegas Sword is a being that is like a god. It is usually hidden in the form of a giant right hand. But during the past universe Tyson, I don't know what that is, but during the past universe Tyson, his power was divided into countless rings. The ring has the ability to attract people who have a strong desire. Tegas Sword then organizes a ring war where rings form contracts with chosen people and determine who will be number one. That is so much is so crammed in here. Like Ryuki, Dawn Brothers, Geats, since it attracts people with strong desires. What am I to think here? But while we're at it, while we do actually have a look of the mech, well, because Tegas Sword is the morpher and the mech, and the picture I'm showing right now is showing a mech. Not a bad design. Pretty heavy on the gold, light on the red, but honestly not terrible. And another unique thing, apparently, that I don't know if it's true or not, if it is true, that would make so much more sense, is that we all know from the scans that each of the Rangers looked like they had individual mechs, but I guess from what we saw in the trailer, it's just Tegas Sword, and he has different forms that are based off of the Rangers' weapons, to which I haven't mentioned anything besides, well, the aesthetics at all yet, because I wanted to wait till later. But yeah, they all do have individual weapons. Blue has a blaster. Black has a drill, like triclaw like weapon, but more of a drill weapon. What else? Yellow has a hammer, and green has a, I want to say, I guess, bow and arrow. So do they combine the weapons into the mech? That would be pretty interesting. And it also doesn't seem like too much too. It's like, these are our Rangers, this is their mech, and here are the different things that the mech can do. That honestly sounds like a good idea. It's not too much, not too crazy. It's still staying within the realms and concepts of Sentai, with them all being a team. But let's see here. The last character I'm going to read about is, I guess, Noriko Nakakoshi, played by Saori Ijima. I don't know. Let's just read this. She is the caretaker of the house where Hyoru lives and also owns a coffee shop called Hanseki, which translates to half a century. Afterwards, she leaves the cafe with Goou Tiano, and is an administrator. So she's going to be I don't want to say the alpha of the team, but maybe she sounds like she's going to be the Kyoko from O's of this team. I'm just assuming. Either the Kyoko or kind of like the grandmother from Zenkaiger. I'm not too sure. But with everything I've read and seen so far, I'll be honest right now, I'm unfortunately not caught up on Boon Boonjer. But I do have it, but I will work it somewhere on my schedule to review. I will. It'll be on the schedule. But this show, one thing I'm going to try to do what I did with Boon Boonjer and review the first episode and just give my first immediate thought there, because I don't know what to think. I'll say this, the trailer wasn't lackluster or anything. Everything was pretty interesting. But at reading those bios, I'm just hoping we don't get another Don Brothers, okay? Because I can't stand that show. But compared to Don Brothers, I like the aesthetics here a lot more. The Tegas Sword sounds so interesting. Like, it's their morpher, but also possibly their mech. And I'm just thinking, that's interesting. But also the freaking, I'm sorry, I'm gonna keep calling the Tegas Sword the Infinity Gauntlet, because come on, it's the Infinity Gauntlet, man. How else do you? There are no other references to consider it except for the Infinity Gauntlet. Oh, one more thing. Here's one thing I kind of don't want to be true with this show. Possibly them being like Gokaiger and changing into previous Sentai. I don't want that for this show. I feel like this show shouldn't need that. Like, everything is so far with it is so extravagant. Like, why throw in one more extra thing that's just so random? Yeah, I know. Like, I just read a whole Universe Wars thing and whatnot. But, dude, it's different when it's with Gokaiger changing into previous Sentai or current Sentai. That's from Gokaiger. That's their thing. Piracy. It makes sense for them. Plus the whole story of Gokaiger. Like, I haven't watched this episode, but I do know about it. Seeing Gokai Blue transform into Boon Blue, honestly, because I know Boon Blue wasn't there on the team at the time, it's awesome because it's Gokaiger. That was their thing. And them keeping up with the current Sentai and just wielding their powers like it's nothing, that's awesome. That's cool. But seeing something like, say, the Dawn Brothers transform in the previous Sentai, that's crap because it's just so random and it doesn't play a part anywhere within the show. And also, apparently, you can with Dawn Brothers, you can only change into a retrospective color previous Sentai. So if Ryu Soldier, Oni's sister couldn't transform into Ryu Soul Green because there's no Ryu Soul Yellow. I just wasn't a fan of it. Just did not like it at all. And the fact that if they try this again with this new Sentai, yeah, I know this is an anniversary season and all blah, but it's just be different. Be different. Don't try to cash grab on from the past. Hell, Zenkaiger was different. It didn't do what Gokaiger did when having a Sentai gimmick. It was different. Like, be different. Like, that's all I really want. Like, I want to see an anniversary Sentai, specifically the show, stand out on its own and not try to nostalgia bait its audience. Is that too much? Like, that's all I really want. But with that said, those are my thoughts right now on Gozyuger. I'm hoping it will be good. I want to try to keep up with the show once it airs. I have been doing this lately with Gav, obviously. And so, I still gotta watch a couple of episodes since the new year, but that's all. I want to see this show. I want to know if I'll like this show or not. That's my hope. I want to see if this will be good. But with that said, thank you guys for watching. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, share this video, tell your friends about KamenRider Blackman. Oh, and by the way, Happy New Year! I totally forgot. This is the first video of 2025 that completely slipped my mind. I've been busy lately, like preparing for the Cock Ranger review and all. That slipped my mind. First video of the new year, 2025. How's it going for everyone so far? Thank you guys for watching. Please do not forget to like, subscribe, share this video. Good Lord, see you guys later. God.